What's up, YouTube? It is Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in central North Carolina, where if you just wait a day, it'll get warmer. And today I'm in shorts and a t-shirt because it's about 53, 54 degrees. It's wonderful. Just went on a walk, man. It feels like spring, and the neighbors cut their grass and the other day, and things are just feeling like that spring feeling is almost here. Not quite, but it's here. And so some of you, actually, to get on that, some of you may be like, Mr. Ferguson, why do you always have to tell us the temperature when you're outside? Like, who gives a crap? I get it. I understand. But the reason I'm telling you that is because the temperature has a lot to do with when we begin our next major application in our lawn, and that's with prodiamine. That's with pre-emergent. That's why I keep mentioning it. We keep easing up, and it's going to get up to like 60s, possibly even 70 this week, and then go back down to the 50s. So I believe this is the week I'm going to go ahead and not risk it and do my pre-emergent. Look for that video hopefully on Friday, where I'm going to mix it up, go ahead and spray it, get it down, and water it into my soil and be done with it. We're supposed to have rain, I believe, on Thursday, so I hope to be able to get it down and let the natural rain come and water it in for me. Also, to update you guys, I did do a soil test. Recently, I got out here with my youngest daughter, my oldest daughter, had her hold a little sandwich bag, went around, we took plugs of soil with the probe all throughout the lawn, got my next RX soil box that I have, filled it up to the dotted line, and the mail just picked it up today at the recording of this, which is on a Tuesday. So it is off, and we will know soon how much lime they recommend, what is my actual pH according to a proper soil test, in comparison to what we talked about last video, which is a pH meter reading, a home test kit. Go check that video out. It's something that we need to be aware of. So I wanted to update you. The soil test is out, and hopefully we'll have those results coming here soon. The other thing I wanted to mention, we're going to get into, as you probably saw the title, probably saw the thumbnail, we're going to give you an update on Etho 4SC over at Mr. Kevin's house. A lot of y'all asked in the beginning, and we've now got evidence in the lawn that Poa Annua is up. We see the little seed heads. We've seen it by little sections like in the rocks and in areas of the mulch. I'm seeing Poa Annua pop up. It's around. It's that undeniable bright green color. So we're going to go check out Mr. Kevin's lawn in a second and see, did Etho 4SC prohibit Poa from coming up, or will we find any? So we'll do that in a second. I did want to mention, I've been really enjoying the Mr. Ferguson vlog channel lately. I've been putting those up every Wednesday morning. If you struggle with addiction, if you struggle with things, you know, that nobody else knows about besides you and God, go check it out. And that's just, you know, as not to promote it like I need views. I'm not trying to monetize the channel. I'm doing it to help people. I'm doing it because God changed my life, and I want him to just reveal himself to you and help your life be good, because God wants to come in and help us with things. And the way that our world is going, guys, I honestly just want to tell you, everybody's going to be able to make your own decisions. You can say, Mr. Ferguson, I got you on the grass stuff. I totally disagree with you on everything else, and that's fine. But if you're interested, if you're going through some things, if you've got addictions, if you've got secret sins, I would advise you just go over there and watch the video and just listen to the scriptures, listen to what God has put on my heart, because I know that what I recorded today, which was going to come out Wednesday, the same time this video, was for somebody out there. So go check that out if you're interested. I really, that's the most important thing. I want your lawn to look awesome, but I want your heart to be ready for when the King returns. So anyways, that's just a side note. I'm like Pete like that. I care about people, and I want you to be able to not miss the boat, so to say. We'll leave it at that. But all right, with all that said, check out the vlog channel. We got the soil test done. We're going to be doing our pre-emergent app this week. For those that was like, Mr. Ferguson, you're going to do it on the channel, we're absolutely going to do that. So stay tuned for that video, likely on Friday or Monday, one of the two. So let's go over to Mr. Kevin's. Let's see Etho 4SC. We put this down in the fall. That's what the label calls for. We did a video recently where we did Poa Constrictor, which is Etho Fumicate. It's the same thing as Etho 4SC. And I showed you in my lawn, I don't have any Poa Annua that I see for the first time ever. We put dithiopyr back here. We sprayed Poa Constrictor in the front yard. I only have seen it in a place where I pulled up Poa Triv. Now, Etho Fumicate does not stop Poa Triv. It only stops Poa Annua and other labeled weeds that it talks about. But the Poa Triv that I've been pulling out and putting seed down, I did find Poa Annua there. So it is trying to come up now. But let's go over. Let's see at Mr. Kevin's house. Does he have a lot of Poa Annua? Did it help prevent it? I believe he did his whole backyard. So let's see if we can find any. All right, before we get over there, let me just show you this right here, undeniably Poa Annua. It's that bright green color. Also notice I got some moss growing right here, which is very acidic soil. So that's why we're talking about in the last video, I need to put lime down. So go check that video out. But you can see all this right here. We don't have the seed heads popping up yet. I don't see it on any of these, but this is undeniably Poa Annua. And so if you pull this up, it's very easy to pull up. We just don't have the seed head. Now on the other side of the house, we do. But this is what all this is right here in the little mulch area. That's why I'm saying if I'm seeing it here, likely I would see it out in my lawn, and I would begin to see the seed heads by now too. Again, we saw some on the other side, but just wanted to show you that. So now this is why I wanted to wait to do this update, because I wanted to wait until we physically had Poa Annua popping up to say, okay, there's one that's beginning to get it. See how it's got the, let's pull this bad boy out. See how it's got the seed head right there? That is 100% Poa Annua. I know that sucker for sure. And so that's what will start coming up, and all of a sudden you see these bright green spots, you know, right here. We don't want to see that out here. Now the Poa triv, you can tell because it will grow taller, and it is a color, but even Poa triv is a different color than Poa Annua. So now some of these areas like this where I was pulling up Poa triv, you see there's still Poa triv right here. I know that this is still some of that garbage right there. So is that over there, but it's not Poa Annua. And I don't see in this area any of the Poa Annua trying to squeak up, even though this is an area where we use the cultivator tool, we put down seed, and it is possible for Poa to slip in here, but I don't see any right now. So with that said, with the Poa Annua, we can see that it is existing and popping up. Let's go over here to Mr. Kevin's side yard and see what we can see. All right, well, we did get permission from Mr. Kevin, who is working today, to come over here and check out his lawn. Now, the first thing I see, you see how this is one tall clump. Like the cheese stands alone, right? You see that one tall clump. That would be probably the Poa triv. He's got some of that as well. Now, right here, I would guess maybe this is some of the Poa Annua, like what we just saw right here. So that guy, that could be Poa triv. It looks like Poa Annua to me. I don't see a flower in there, but there is one on the edge. Now, this is one thing, you know, as DIYers, sometimes we may not get as close. You know, Mr. Coven's truck was right about here when we sprayed it that day. We put it on the tailgate. Miss Ferguson was over here, and he may have not sprayed it on the edge to get it on the vehicles. That's something that we do. But as far as looking out, as we just kind of walk the lawn a little bit, I'm looking down as I move you guys across, and I'm sorry if I'm moving too fast or too slow for you. Besides this clump right here, I'm not seeing seed heads. As I look down in his lawn, I'm not seeing anything that would show me. Now, the lawn is still kind of dormant. Like I said, today is a warmer day, so the grass may begin to kind of perk up and grow a little bit. But as I walk, I'm not seeing seed heads. We saw it back in my lawn by my AC unit. We saw it on the side over there by the mulch, that there are seed over there. You can see some, just same thing that we was talking about at mine. See how we've got this Poa Annua on the sides. See, there's the seed heads right there. Oh, let me focus, sorry about that. But you see that Poa Annua, and you see those seed heads right there, right? But I'm not seeing that in the lawn, and you know, we're seeing it on the edge right here. Man, the focus is going to be an issue today. So we're seeing it a little bit on the edge over here, but as far as in his lawn, not seeing seed heads or anything like that. So far, it looks like the Etho 4SC is doing a good job of keeping it out, just like I was showing you guys in my lawn. I don't see a lot of it. This could be, some of this may be some Poa Annua. I'm not sure. We may need to keep an eye and come back for another one. That kind of looks like, yep, unfortunately, see that guy. Let's see, right here, that is a seed head right there. So there is some, so this is likely some of the Poa Annua right here. Now, was that because he didn't spray this area? I'm not sure. Sorry about the, man, that is terrible when it doesn't autofocus. So I'm not sure if Mr. Kevin sprayed all of this over here, or if he did spray some of this, and did we put down the right amount, or should we have done a second application? I'm not sure. So I don't see anything major. We do see some of that over there. I don't see anything over here. I don't want to walk in his whole backyard over here, but we do see like right here, maybe this is a better angle. You may be able to sort out a little bit right here in this area. There's a little bit of the lime green that's still low. We'll see if that grows. I did read from NC State that Poa Annua can also go dormant when it's super cold. It won't grow, it'll stay dormant, but once it begins to warm up like 50s, 55, it will begin to grow with the grass. So we'll see. So there you go. There's a little bit of an update. So it looks like we've got a mixed result. The majority of the backyard here, no Poa Annua. Some areas, maybe he didn't spray. Maybe the one application did a lot of work in some areas, and maybe it didn't get sprayed over here. Like on the edge, we see some trying to pop in right here as well, as you guys can see. So we've got mixed results. Now he used, again, Etho 4SC. I use Poa Constrictor, but it's both the same active ingredient, Etho fumicate, or Etho basically. So we'll keep you posted. Just want to show you, we do have the Poa finally starting to pop up, and it's going to be around till May. So we'll do another update and come back when it has a lot of growth, and we'll begin to see, okay, are those seed heads really out there and blending in well with the lawn, or are they mainly at the edge and in the areas where he did not spray? We'll find out in a later update. So before I go across the street, I will just end the video here. Thank you guys for tuning in, and for Mr. Kevin here, he thanks you. He's hard at work inside. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on for work that he's got to attend to, and I believe they're still short people. But we'll keep you posted on the Etho fumicate, on the Etho 4SC, on the Poa Constrictor. We'll come back here. We'll show you, is this working? So this coming fall, if it's something that seems to be working in my lawn, seems to be working Mr. Kevin's lawn, if you've got a Poa issue, it's something you can try, and you can also overseed and still apply this product. So that's why it is something that we're hoping will work. But thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. We hope to see you on Friday when we begin to do our application for prodiamine for pre-emergent to stop crabgrass. We don't want to have crabgrass in our lawn this fall, or excuse me, this spring and this summer, so we don't have to go buy a weed killer to kill it. It's an ugly, nasty weed. We're going to prevent it. So God bless you. Hope to see you on that video, and comment below your thoughts. God bless.